In today's video, I'd like to cover something that might help you in parking your vehicle. Not so much how to park. Parking is pretty straightforward, and especially when you have an automatic transmission like this, not too much thought needs to go into it. Just locate a place you'd like to park your vehicle and then put it in park. Remove your foot from brake and you're good to go. Turn off your vehicle if you need to, and on your way out, it's pretty simple. After you start your vehicle, foot on brake to release the shift interlock over here, right? Because if you do it this way, it's not going anywhere. But foot on brake, you can release it, put it in reverse or in drive, however you intend to get out of this parking spot, and then just drive off. And that's pretty simple. But parking on a slope sometimes has a different level of complexity, and I'd like to share what that looks like. If I can use my driveway as an example. Now, my driveway has a little bit of a slope. It's not too aggressive, but a slope nevertheless. You can see there's some sort of an angle here. And usually, this part is going to be valid whether you're backing into your spot or you're pulling forward into your spot. So we're going to do it pretty much the same way we parked on flat ground. Back into the spot, foot on brake, put it in park, and then release. I don't know if you notice it, but the vehicle rocked back and forth a little bit. Okay, let's pretend that we have turned the vehicle off and back on again because we're ready to go the next day. After starting your vehicle, it's pretty simple. Put your foot on brake to release the shift interlock and put it in either reverse or drive, depending on how you need to get out of your parking situation. Do you hear that? Do you hear that heavy thumping? I don't really like it. And so in this video, I'd like to show you how to get rid of that. Let's do this again. Let's park it. Do you see the vehicle rocking back and forth? Because it has a little bit of travel, but at some point the transmission locks because it's got the parking pole, and the parking pole is designed to hold however big your vehicle is. They never design a vehicle too big that it cannot be held in park by its automatic transmission. So this effect that I'm discussing right now, that heavy thump, you can see it with the sedans sometimes, but with heavy vehicles like this one right here, it's more evident, more dramatic. And I'd like to show you, well, it's not even just about the thump. Sometimes if the vehicle is heavy enough and the slope is steep enough, you hear of situations where people cannot get out of park because the parking pole is just so stuck in there. So in this case, if you're one of those people that doesn't like this whole dance and the sound effects, oh man, it just sounds so heavy. Sounds like something is breaking, but I do know nothing's breaking. This is how you take care of that, right? When you come to park, whether you're reversing or just driving straight, we're going to introduce another gear, neutral. And then we're going to use a park brake. And some people call that an e-brake, but when it's foot operated, I don't really see it as an emergency brake. So push this right here, and you can see the brake light comes on in there. And then once that happens, release your foot from brake. Let it rock if it needs to. And then we're going to slide this home. And once it's in park, you'll notice that it's pretty easy at this point to move it. So turn the vehicle off. Now we're going to turn it off for real. And then turn it back on. And when it's time to go, we're going to make it pretty simple. Foot on brake to release the shift interlock. Did you hear that? No fight at all. It did not give any problems. Right? And then once you're ready to go, whether it's drive or reverse, now you can release your park brake and then just go on your merry way. So yeah, that's it. That's all this video is about. This video is supposed to help you in parking situations that you might find yourself parking on a hill and you just don't like the sounds that come out of your vehicle whenever you try to get out. Or number two, maybe your gear is really getting stuck. Your gear shift, your gear selector is getting stuck in park whenever you park on a slope with, could be a heavy vehicle, could be a light vehicle, it doesn't really matter. And these are skills that I learned when I was driving a manual transmission, because you learn how to use the stick shift, the gas pedal, the foot brake and hand brake. At the time it was a hand brake, in order to get out of sticky situations, or maybe just normal situations to get out a little smoothly, safely, whatever it may be. So I hope if you came to this video that you were able to either one, learn something new, or just reinforce some knowledge that you might have known or understood the why, in case someone ever told you that you need to use your park brake and neutral and they did not really explain why you needed to. Sometimes it's just more of a refinement issue, but it just feels like something is going to break, isn't it? But otherwise we're fine. Okay, all the best and drive safe.